Hello, welcome to 1730 Nation. I'm 1730 Nate, DJ Angle.
What's up?
Today we have Adam Webb. He was great last time he was here.
Well,
yeah. I mean, mediocre at best. I mean, really. But, I gave it the college try,
And
Justin Dais.
Justin Dais. And
how you
we're going to
doing?
talk about randomness, cool stuff, geek stuff, and we'll be right back.
Apricots, too.
The 1730 Nation media presentation you're about to see is a performance. Scientists have determined that the offensiveness of the content is most likely directly related to the blood alcohol concentration or level of impairment of each of your hosts. If you were to try to come in contact with your hosts in the real world, your experience would certainly be more subdued, probably more low-key, a little less intense, certainly less extreme, and less opinionated. Do not try this at home. The hosts of this production are skillfully trained performers. And remember, only the guests are real.
Hello, welcome back. We're here on time. We're going to start trying to do this on time from now on.
Yeah,
7 p.m. Try to be less annoying to you folks. We're going to try.
And then
That's
in
the best we
spring,
can do.
In spring, we're going to be doing it at 6 o'clock because we got to spring forward.
There's that. Is this the one where we lose an hour of sleep or get an hour of sleep?
I barely sleep, so I don't know.
Oh. You don't care either way, do you?
I don't gain anything.
Okay. But that's not for a while, so.
Just if I get enough of these in me, I'll sleep.
All right.
'Cause
So,
it started.
what did you want to say?
What did I want to say? What I wanted to say is,
Hi.
well, as we all understand, this happens at a place called Icy Driveway Studios.
Icy Driveway Studios. Look it up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like it. Like
in
it.
historic downtown Fond du Lac. No. I have officially become a part of Icy Driveway in terms of investing and I'm sad claps for myself. I don't know, just all about the idea of making videos and podcasts and playing video games and just having fun. Might as well. So yeah.
I mean, so clearly, Nate and I have been doing this now. Have we done 12 episodes here at the Icy Driveway?
Yes, sir.
So we did some at my place, and
Yep.
then we did, and so we've done 12 here at Icy Driveway Studio.
Mm-hmm.
And that all started because I just messaged him on Facebook. And then I came here and I talked with Caleb, and I talked to Mitch back in the day. I just came here and I talked to them, and they're reasonable people. Told them what we wanted to do, and we worked out some sort of not like a verbal contract sort of thing. These people want to be doing this. They want people to come to Icy Driveway and get their shit out. So it's that easy.
I was
people.
kind of hesitant at first, but it's great.
I opened his eyes.
Glad you did.
Yeah, and then I opened his thighs.
Oh.
That's just
Really
what I do.
glad you did.
Yeah, I know you were. That's just what I do. On that note,
Just slams a White Claw.
yeah, that's also what I do. I mean, you gotta do something.
My primary
What's life if you can't victory slam? Fucking
Yeah,
White
bang some
Claws,
dudes and drink some White Claw. My wife, she's okay with it. That shit has to be now.
No, it's out there. It's out in the open.
I mean, we're already married, so past the 30-day. So it's been over a year, so you have 30 days to,
Now all the
Cut
truth
ties.
come out.
I actually got really lucky with that because I'm a gentleman, and I don't fart in front of women. I try my hardest not to, and I didn't fart in front of my wife until we were married after the 31-day mark, and it wasn't even like I didn't even want her to hear it. I never did before we were married, and it's not like I was going to after. Like now I was like, ha ha ha, now it's official, and then I would start doing it. I actually don't think I've done it in front of her since that one day. But I thought she was in the bathroom getting ready for bed because we were watching something on TV. Well, sometimes on the weekends we sleep on the couch and just like watch movies and just like crash on the couch. It's really comfy.
Yeah.
And I thought she was like brushing her teeth in the bathroom.
I just have a question quick.
Yeah.
How would she even know what it is?
My fart?
Yeah.
You can kind of tell a fart when you hear it.
Yeah, but women wouldn't. How would they know?
Because other guys that aren't gentlemen like me.
Forgot about that.
Exactly. Men are pigs. Just
Okay.
kidding. We're awesome. But yeah, no, so I thought she was like in the other room completely, and I was just going to squeak out a little one. It ended up being a fucking ripper of the century.
Like a floor shaker?
Oh my god, yeah, like our neighbors were concerned. And I don't know like where it came from because I did not expect that much. And then as soon as it ended, I was like, oh fuck. And she was just like, all of a sudden I hear right behind me just, baby, what the hell was that? And I just like, you weren't supposed to be there, I'm so sorry. But thankfully, she could not like end the marriage without getting like a lot of lawyers involved because after the 31-day mark there. So timing people is everything.
I honestly have like ripped so much ass in front of my girlfriend. It's
I
not
can't
even
do
funny.
it. I don't know. Like, you got a girlfriend?
No,
Are you just a loser? What kind of people do you bring on this show?
Oh no.
He's got horrible fucking cell phone
man.
usage. He doesn't have a girlfriend.
I'm just a random guy. He asked me to come in, so here I am.
Caleb,
Just
do you
a-
have a girlfriend?
Hobo.
Fuck no.
Yeah, a whole
Okay.
boy found me on
Yeah, he was behind the building here.
Disregard
No,
women
I've
and
known
quiet
Adam for a long
currency.
time.
Yeah, I've
It's
Oh,
three,
so we're the odd men, though.
yeah, 3 against 2 here.
Yeah,
What
no,
kind of freak are you getting a girlfriend?
oh man.
You know what just occurred to me, Adam?
What?
You made more noise and a worse smell than your neighbors.
No, I wouldn't say that. My neighbors smell like shit.
Why?
Oh, God, I was about to be
If you're
real
gonna
racist.
say it, you might as well delve into it.
Well,
That face you give, you like, please no.
no, I don't. They're definitely not listening. It's just I was about to throw a racist thing out there, so
Wow.
I paused
Oh,
and
no.
stopped myself. No, but they either smell like they're like a mystery meat locker of a smell where you either get like a whoa, this is actually pleasant, or wow, they burnt their food really bad, or the third one is holy fuck, that's either some really good or bad weed. I've never smoked weed before, so I don't know if it's the worst it smells, the better it is. But they get some fucking just horrible smelling shit.
Have you considered that it's all of them the same time? Like they burnt some really good meat while smoking weed.
Well, there was though a time at like 10 o'clock that they burned something so bad that all the fire alarms went off in our apartment complex. And they were the only ones not freaking out.
Oh, that's
I was actually like past I didn't even wake up to it. So my wife was next to me. She got out in the hallway and all the neighbors were concerned, but those people weren't out of their apartment. And then when everyone knocked on the door, they didn't speak English, so they were just like, ¿qué pasa? Like, and everyone was like, is everything okay? Because like the fire alarms are going off, and they're like, it's okay. And then they just fucking went, yeah. So it's like they just went back, and then like the next morning, like when I like said goodbye to my wife for work, she's like, so the fire alarm went off last night, and I was like, bullshit, no it did not. And she's like, yeah, I'd expect you to say that because you didn't wake up at all. And I was like, it was just my time to go, I guess. But there was no fire.
had this situation progressed.
I mean, had it progressed,
That would officially have been my time.
I mean, yeah, it would have been, but I mean, then that just meant it was my time to go. And then I'd be fucking bacon, like my neighbors were.
Oh god.
Would you guys be interested in partaking in the rest of this pizza? I got too much.
Not right now.
I put it on the table. Are you guys gonna eat off of it?
Can you beer me?
You gotta be more verbal, bro. Come on.
I would steal one from you.
Give me a break.
I'm just gonna lay it. Cause I'm like full, so I'm gonna lay down the
Lay
log.
down the pizza on the line. Bob's Pizza. beautiful
That
downtown
would
Fond du Lac.
be, yeah. Why? That would be why.
I didn't realize a large was so, large.
Oh, weird, huh?
Yeah, that's
a large
crazy.
pizza being a large pizza.
It's crazy. I'm so used to getting like not a large.
Every instinct inside of me, I'm fighting it.
Why? Why don't you want pizza?
Because we're doing this live right now.
Right.
No one wants to watch me be eating a pizza.
Yeah, they
Why?
do. But
No.
it's delicious Bob's Pizza.
It's delicious, but in historic downtown Fond du Lac.
I saw a friend of mine shared an article. It's an old one from like a year or two ago, but it was that like Fond du Lac was voted the most boring city in Wisconsin,
Voted the most boring city in Wisconsin.
or at
see
least
that
like the
on
most
Facebook.
boring downtown area or something. I don't fucking know, but
I could see it.
yeah, it's horrible. You just walk by every place and it's out of business.
Regardless of that, I feel like we're in a good, reach within a lot of places. Green Bay, Milwaukee,
Yeah, so you have to if you want to have fun, you just have to drive. That's
Yeah, I mean.
you know who
30
don't
minutes,
have to do that?
50
People that live in
minutes,
fun
hour.
cities.
Yeah.
Like my wife goes to all of them, but I go to a couple of them where they have emo DJ nights where they play music from like the 2000s and all the good stuff of emo times. And what?
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I know.
Like an early 2000s emo.
No, that's what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, but I just haven't done a damn show. That's why I'm DJ Ango, because I was going to use my emo DJ name, and here we are today. So she'll go down to Milwaukee, and she has like a friend there that lives there, and anytime her friends there are all like, so where you guys live? They expect them to be like, well, this part of Milwaukee or whatever, but they're like, oh, we're from Fond du Lac, and then they're shocked. It's like, you would drive that far for this? And we're just like, it's Fond du Lac. You have to drive that far for anything because you don't have fun here.
I don't know. I don't really like. I'm not really too insane on the thought that it's not horrible to live here.
It's getting there.
I don't know, man. I'm not saying that crime isn't getting worse or anything like that.
Because you can't say it's not.
You can't. Well, I mean, statistically speaking, over time since the '60s, actual violent crime has significantly decreased. In general, as a vague generality, not just that's encompassing all of them, but it's still.
You mean there was more violent crime here?
Not here, I guess, technically, but it's as a general in the United States.
Okay.
But that was yeah. But
Think
it's,
about that.
I don't fear for my fucking life, and it's not really that awful.
I don't either. I walk around at night, 2 in the morning. Never had a problem. I walk through the ghetto, Forest Ave or whatever.
Oh,
over
yeah.
by the bricks,
Was it the Eldorado
over
apartments?
by the bricks. And
I lived in the
it's
Eldorado
really,
apartments.
It's
Okay.
not that bad.
Those are my
It's
first
not.
apartments, and the day I moved into the apartments, outside the door, I had to move all my stuff, and there was a random syringe lying on the floor, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I don't like the heroin.
yeah, that's where this is going.
That reminds me, I went and looked at a house, and there was the realtor warned me and everything. She's like, there's a condom sitting in the bedroom floor up here. I'm just like, oh, okay.
You're like,
Wow.
oh, so that's where this is going.
No,
Just another one of those porn videos where the realtor is having sex with a person. All right.
This is am I gonna be on a really abstract section of porn?
All of a sudden you get there and you're like, what the fuck? It's a used condom.
What kind of realtor?
You're like, okay, fine, I'll reuse it, but
I don't know.
recycle.
Parents were selling the house, and the kids still lived there while they were showing it. And yeah, it was a little bit trashed. There was shit laying around everywhere.
There was a party or something like
Yeah.
that. A party that didn't quite
Well,
get
just
cleaned up.
a middle-aged guy living in his parents' house that they're trying to sell and not cleaning up after himself, basically.
Oh shit.
But it's interesting.
What kind of realtor would?
I don't know.
Yeah, why didn't they
I don't
try to
even
tidy it
remember-
before you
I
got
don't
there?
even remember which one it was, which company it was, but it was just, I looked at 25, 30 houses, and that's just one of the experiences I had. That was probably the craziest one. The rest were
You should have bought that one and you'd be like,
Totally
yeah, sex
normal-
happens here.
yeah.
All right.
Totally a waste of their time. I would tell the people I'm not going to show the house if it's going to look like that.
right. You would think, but
So wasting my time.
No,
I
it
don't
shows
know. I
that-
don't know this until I'm there looking at the
It
house.
shows that
Uh-huh.
if you own this house, you can get some pussy. Like, bro, they were trying to help you out.
You know, What you said kind of reminds me of that commercial now with the guy who comes in and he says stuff to the kid who's like almost his age.
That is the greatest
Do you
description.
not know that one? It's on Hulu. It's Hulu all the time.
Right, but I mean,
It's like get your own car insurance or something like that.
oh well, yeah. You used like the most vague words to
Yeah,
describe anything, though. So
I'm
that's difficult.
totally picturing that for what he's describing.
Like it's like Nate, you horribly described it, but basically it's like a punk ass kid living at his parents' house, and they're like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And the kid is just like,
Well,
"Oh,
he's
maybe."
a freaking adult.
Yeah, he's a total adult, but he's like, "Oh, maybe I could actually just get off of your insurance for once." And like then that's like the point of the commercial, like, "Yeah, you actually could," stuff like that, and like leading to insurance care, all that jazz. But why
Kind of
would
reminds
you?
me of the Brothers movie too, a little bit.
Oh, Step Brothers?
Yeah.
I love that fucking movie. Oh my god.
Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Shit.
You love.
Every time my nephews are over, they always want me to play that movie. It's
So what is
it's
it? Are you sick of
ridiculous.
it now, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Aw, dicks.
I've seen it like fucking 15 times.
There's so much room for activity.
I think I've said that way too much in my life. Anytime anything is opened up,
There's so much room for activity.
my head is spinning from all the activities we can do.
I'm gonna put my nuts on your drum set.
I'm about to play Moby Dick for real.
Did we just become best friends? Yup.
Want to do karate in the garage?
Yup.
Sorry, you're probably getting flashbacks now.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Some of us are enjoying that.
Vietnam flashbacks.
Like fucking. Oh Jesus.
Fucking Catalina wine mixer. I remember one time I was drunk, and I got the song that they play, the Catalina wine mixer, "Time to Say Goodbye," the operatic version. I got it stuck in my head.
Sarah Brightman.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I found the original version on YouTube, and like I was like in my drunken state, like, oh god, this is so fucking good. Like, oh my god, and I was just like listening to it, and I just shared it to Facebook because I was like, God, this is such a great. Oh, I wasn't slurring on Facebook. I was able to, whatever. But in my head, I was like, this is such a great song. So I like shared it, and then like the next day, Nate brought me like a burnt CD of that opera, the guy with Sarah Brightman, because he thought like I was like genuinely just like, oh dude, I think you'd really like this then, But it was just drunk Adam had Step Brothers in his head, and I couldn't figure out where the song came from.
Yeah, it was Bocelli and Brightman.
Yes, I mean I can't pronounce his name, but yeah. Bocelli and Brightman? Yeah, Bocelli and Brightman. But yeah, no, it's just funny that like I had it stuck in my head because of Step Brothers, but then like when I like searched it on YouTube, I was like in this drunken phase. I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. I have to share this. And then Nate was just like, oh, I hear you like this. Here you go. It's like when you're on Facebook and then you start talking about something in your life. And then the next day, there's an ad for the thing you were just talking about. Nate did that to me in real life.
Facebook makes things appear.
Yes.
It's pretty creepy.
Facebook makes things appear.
I actually use that to my advantage now, though. Where if there's something that I can't remember exactly what it was, but I wanted to show it to my wife, I open up like Instagram or Facebook, and then I just start talking to her. I'm like, yeah, it's like this. Like I'd be like, so if I was like trying to do the thing that Nate did for me, I'd be like, yeah, no, it was this opera singer with Sarah Brightman, and they were singing the song "Time to Say Goodbye." Oh, I wish I could remember that. Like I open my apps now just that I know I'll see an ad for it like the next day, and then I look at it like, hey, you remember yesterday when I was talking about? Yeah, here it is, and like I'll tag her in it or send it to our messenger. I'm like, they're listening. You might as well use it to our advantage because you might as well make them listen to your pointless stuff instead of like your actual like important stuff, because either way they're gonna listen.
That was like my hands down favorite thing about Facebook, like targeted Facebook ads, is because like I get like a lot of independent musicians and stuff like that. But one of my favorite things is I always get like whenever the Wish ads or whatever, like the unrealistically low prices, like it says a Nintendo Switch, like it's a picture of a Nintendo Switch and they have the skin on it. And they say for $3, but it's not the Switch. It's just the skin on it. It's intentionally deceiving. But like I always get the one where it's the $8 like crystal meth pipes, and I'm like, at what point in time did my searches like give me like what point did I escalate?
You're just
to
always just like, so crystal meth though.
Yeah, so
You want another one?
Yeah.
I mean, but here's the thing. $8. That's a steal.
Yeah, you always gotta go for that. I had I don't know how this popped up on a Wish ad for me. It was very fucked up. It was a extendable tube. And the picture of it is basically was something you peed into when you were in public. The picture for it was a parent holding this tube for their child, right up to their crotch.
Oh god.
Yeah, and it was $8. I shared, I screenshotted it and I cropped it just to that, and I posted it on my Facebook, and I was like, okay, Wish, it's time for you to go to bed now. Enough internet today. Really, there's no way that someone would be scrolling oh, thank God. The answer to my prayers. My kid just won't stop pissing in public. At least this is some way for me to collect it. How and why would anyone be scrolling and be like, that's 100% why I'm here today.
This is for me.
Check out, please.
That's the first thing I heard when I walked through the door at work today.
Perfect. This is the thing I'm looking for.
No.
Check out, please.
You're probably going to have to piss in a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
And you're lucky you're a guy.
Because, you are in general, because, But no, yeah, because of the rain last night, the power went out in our factory.
Oh,
and
really?
then, the plumbing and everything went to shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Flooding again in Fruitfield.
Oh my god, there was extreme flooding in our factory. And Nate Chapin, the unsung hero of our podcast, because he's amazing and comes on every now and then, but he got moved to nights, and he said at one point the water was... Yeah, that's really fucking sad, but yeah. So at one point he was there, he said the water was up to his knees. And he was just trying to shovel it anywhere just to try to get it out of this. Because the people that built our building are horrible. Way to go, Bayland Builders. You suck.
Gary Ann, hi.
Gare Bear's watching? That's weird. So she could contest. Hey, Gary Ann, didn't Bayland Builders really fuck up our building? Yeah. Anyways. But yeah, no, so the flooding was horrible the other night there. And we had no water in the beginning of the day. And you know how we found out? I took a nice shit in the bathroom. I took a nice little shit, and then it flushed, and then I went to go wash my hands, and little drops of water were coming out, and I'm soaping up, and I'm oh god, I just used the only flush we have right now. And then I went outside, and I was no one go to the bathroom! No one go, the water's out! And so we had to wait for I think it was 2 hours or so. And eventually...
So just about the time I got there.
Oh yeah, you got lucky. Once Sean took a look at it, and then Herb came in, and Herb figured it out right away. Gary Ann, your husband, saving the day. But yeah, no, and then they were give it 15 minutes or so, then the water pressure would be fine. And then, I don't even think people waited that long. It was just all of a sudden they heard a sliver of so the water's back on, and everyone just rushed to the bathroom.
Storm the gates.
Yeah.
You'd know. Is it on a well? It's pumps that fill up a bladder, right?
I wouldn't know.
I was going to say, let's talk about your work. I was going to say, that's not really your work, though, is it?
I deal with plumbing.
Yeah, but is it design work, or is it actual?
I don't lay it out and make the drawings, but domestic water, storm, sanitary, medical gases, that's what I deal with.
God, you sound smart, but you don't say a lot. You're one of those kind
domestic
of guys.
Water, so your drinking water and
Yeah, use big words. I would have just said, so that thing you drink? Yeah. I'm not smart, though. So.
Domestic means that you could drink it.
Yeah.
And,
we don't even have that at work.
Potable water, you could drink it.
What?
Potable water, you can drink it.
Oh, that's what's in the bong.
Oh, potable.
Potable water.
Oh,
potable water.
Potable
water.
Oh, so if you smoke out of a pout bong.
Potable water.
Gotcha.
Germex is a potable alcohol.
What? Potable.
Well, I know what I'm drinking next week.
So you can run it through a Brita a couple times.
Or just
and then mix it up with your favorite fruit juice.
Sounds delicious.
How many times do you have to put it through, Brita?
Probably 5 or 6. So you get the...
Caleb, we have a subject for next week's show.
So you get that sticky junk out.
Will it Brita? I'm going to go buy a Brita and just fuck shit up.
Oh, no. 5-4.
Welcome, Mike.
Oh, God, we're just getting so many people from work. This is bad. So changing subjects then. So hey, gang, like you young kids, like what's up?
Young kids. That's oh Jesus.
I feel like you two are the youngest, actually. I mean, I know who the oldest one is, but
I am probably the youngest person in the room.
how old are you?
24.
Aw, you guys are babies.
Yeah.
Aw.
How old are you?
31.
Oh.
I figured
When
you're
are the
'cause
spicy
you're
nuggets coming?
What's up?
When are the spicy nuggets coming?
When are the spicy nuggets coming? I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
secret.
that's
It's
like
a-
secret intel stuff.
Okay.
You can't just
It's
release
okay.
that information.
If I reveal that to you,
I'd have to
a
kill you.
cyanide capsule would release.
There's all of a sudden like target locked on like your cell phone or something. And it's just like, oh, we're all doomed.
It's gonna be literally like location confirmed.
There's a drone circling right now, always waiting.
You remember in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World where they had the vegan police?
Oh, the vegan
Mm.
police.
There'd be a McDonald's police just busting through the door and be like, freeze, it's the McDonald's police. I'm trying to give out information. Can't
You're right.
do that.
You're wrecking the corporate secrets.
Yeah.
You're selling us down the river, son.
Yeah, how dare you, Nate? Trying to compromise this man's life. Asking the real questions.
I tried.
He tried to give the public what they wanted.
No, I didn't want to give them what they wanted. I tried to give them what they needed.
But seriously, don't want Nate came up.
Actually, it was a totally selfish request. I wasn't even aware what's going on around me. I just wanted to do
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Tell me about the spicy nuggets.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. So, how is it that every time that you decide to come to our show, that like the weather is just like horrible for us? I hear the rain right now, and last time we were in like the tornado warning.
I
So what is it with you?
I defer to my last answer. If I tell you a cyanide capsule release.
God damn, man. It's like international.
Reminds me of the carnival.
I mean, if I say that, that implicates that I'm important, and that's not true. So.
Good, because I didn't think you were.
Oh,
Wow.
Just so we're clearing that up.
Rip.
You're saying the carnival at the Forest Mall?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like the Forest Mall Carnival. Whenever you come over to us, it's just, you know it's gonna rain.
it's just not good.
Yeah.
It-
You just don't even bother to go because you know it's gonna rain.
every time with 100%. That's exactly like, and I work right across the street, so I'm just like, I look at it and I'm like, it's gonna rain.
You ever like think that you guys should like sell like umbrellas along with like the Big Macs or anything?
Umbrellas.
Yeah. If when the carnival comes in,
I would do tiny ironic ones.
or yeah, make it like a kids meal toy. They still do that because I know
I think
Burger
they
King does
frown
it.
upon toothpicks and Happy Meals.
Well, no, I think that. I don't know if McDonald's does, but I think Burger King stopped doing the kids' toys because it was like, we're trying to save on plastic for the environment. But McDonald's still does kids' toys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then there you go. Just do little kid umbrellas.
Yeah, we don't want to save money on plastic.
Yeah, fuck it. Gonna use it no matter what.
I mean, I don't speak for it, but I'm pretty sure they're all gung ho about using it. Yeah, it's okay.
I can
It's a
just see that
resource.
too.
It's a resource.
Stick it in their mouth and open it, and then.
Oh yeah, the toothpick.
Your
umbrella.
hand reactions for that were just horrible. Just stick it in your mouth and pull.
Oh, no.
That was. Could you like do that a couple more times? Like,
No,
for me, not them. Like,
Later
just
in
gonna get my
private.
Camera off real quick, and you just want to go ahead and do it a couple times. Just make a gif out of that for my own personal use later. Now I'm gonna put that on social media.
Mm.
So anyway,
God.
so this is a train wreck, huh?
Oh my God.
It's a good time.
It's a good time.
Good time.
It's good time.
5 Guys Burgers and Fries.
5 Guys with no burgers, no fries.
Yeah. Just some beer or White Claw or whatever the fuck you're into.
And Bob's Pizza.
Hell yeah.
Bob's Pizza that nobody's eating except
Nate
there's a
is-
guy behind the screen.
Nate is fighting, and I appreciate it.
Bob's Pizza. Get you some. Just intense to look at the camera.
That's all right. They owe us money now, basically. Hope it was free, Caleb, because I owe us money.
And if it's not, we'll censor it.
If it's not, I send it back.
If it's not on the side, send it back.
There you go. Quoting The Office. Caleb, you don't even have the microphone to your mouth, and you were just quoting The Office and talking.
Yeah, bro.
You're not even trying to talk today?
The mic's right there.
But usually you have your microphone next to you. Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it.
Nah. If your microphone's not to the side of your face, I'm gonna send it back. You know what?
Send it back. Send it back, you know.
I'm probably gonna hands down say the worst thing I've ever said in my life.
Oh, fucking.
Yes.
I have never completely watched The Office.
Oh, I just wanna. I thought that's what you were gonna say, and I got the fist ready, but I am.
That makes two of us.
Oh my.
Oh no!
What are you doing? What? What? There is the
Out of
door.
here.
Yeah.
Time to go have a cigarette.
Fair.
Do it, Nate.
To be fair,
Huh.
I didn't watch The Office in its entirety until a year ago.
Now, I'm not saying I don't like The Office.
And they're younger.
You
than
can't say that.
They're younger than I was when I saw it for the first time in its
But-
entirety.
but I have not completely watched it. I don't.
Adam, I think you can take it down about 20%.
Oh my god. Dial back to
I know you're Letterkenny in this, but no, I cannot.
I'm gonna need to take about 10-12% off of the other.
Okay, so you can quote Letterkenny, but you
You're,
can't watch The Office.
You're being awfully awkward there,
Yeah,
bud.
what's your word so fucking awkward there, bud? I get what you're trying to say. I'm starting to pick up on him, Nate. You should be thankful for that. The Office is a national treasure.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I haven't.
You can say it's bad. I will throw punch you. Just kidding. I won't. You're over there. I can't reach. But like, how do you? Like, have you seen it at all?
I've seen a little bit of it, but, you know.
Hey man, it's not for everybody, Adam.
No. Yeah, it's not for blind people.
I mean, I work in an office, so I mean, for what it's worth.
That doesn't. Oh, well then there you go. So you lived it.
I don't know what to tell you, man, but I'll take another beer.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Don't even open it. Just shove it down your throat. I guess. God.
Maybe not this time. It's just Bud Light.
Gonna get that bum right down your throat.
Thanks for having me, man.
I mean, thanks for being on. Nice to meet you. But I'm just trying to better your lives. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, you get a free trial of Netflix,
Yeah.
30-day free trial. That is enough time to binge watch the Netflix twice. So, like, do something with your lives. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Oh my god.
I actually watched The Office before I left the house today. Like, you know, you make the right decisions and sometimes you don't, and you guys have been clearly making all the wrong ones. Like, what is wrong with you people? How do you? I'm just gonna try to calm down a little bit because
How can someone live without the miracle of Dunder Mifflin?
A miracle.
That was sarcasm.
No, this is just funny. I realize it was dark. Don't worry about it.
I really like Rainn Wilson though. Like I really like him. Like even as an actor beyond The Office.
How far have you watched into The Office?
I've probably watched at least through the first and second season, and I've seen a smattering of like later episodes.
If you like Rainn Wilson, you need to watch it through because his
I know he gets
his character
more. Oh my God.
arguably has the best arc on the show.
Oh yeah. Like season 4 is like the one of the best in the Office. But like once Stephen Carell leaves, like Rainn like really holds this shit together. And in the end, it just his character blossoms beautifully. It's fucking wonderful. And you get your shit together.
We'll try, man. We'll try to get
Adam,
better
You
data.
say that,
Hey,
but
Hey Adam, what do you think
Hey,
of
man.
Parks and Rec?
Parks and Rec.
there's two Adams. You got to be more.
Oh.
There's one that's obsessed with The Office over here,
Okay.
like me.
I have watched it, but I was drunk as fuck when I was watching it. But when I was watching it, I liked it, but I just never got back to it.
I don't watch Parks and Rec.
Is that the guy
No,
from...
Star-Lord,
yeah.
Chris Pratt, yeah.
Okay,
And a lot
and,
of other people.
Yeah, and a lot of amazing other people. Ron Offerman.
and the really weird girl.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're
Aubrey
talking.
Plaza,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Offerman.
Dude, Aubrey Plaza is a fucking
And
godsend.
Aziz
Yes.
Ansari.
She's a miracle.
I just like watching interviews with her.
She's wacky.
She's so
Yeah.
awkward.
Dude, watch her on Hot Ones. Whatever. I watch that show a lot, too.
Have you guys ever seen Legion? Like heard
Yes.
of Legion?
The-
I loved Aubrey Plaza and Legion. That was so
Wait,
good.
it's a movie or a show?
It's a TV show.
It's a
Oh,
TV
okay, I thought you
show.
were talking about the movie.
It's a Marvel thing.
Yeah. It's
Do you
It's
remember
a
the
X-Men spin-off TV show.
yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah, it was.
They're on
But
FX.
they got rid of her
really?
too
Fucked
soon.
up.
Yeah,
Got rid of her too soon.
Aubrey.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I know she's still in like the second season of it at least. I don't.
So is this like Kids at the Academy?
Hmm.
What is the Legion to X-Men?
The Legion is the son of Charles Xavier or something like that. And
In the comics.
I don't know. I don't know if it is in the TV show, but canonically, he is the son of Charles Xavier.
Is that his name, the Legion, or like
No,
what?
Legion, just Legion.
Oh, just Legion.
Yeah.
Is that his name, or does he
That's
form?
what the show's called. It's about this guy with these fucked up telekinetic powers, basically.
I couldn't tell you his name off the top of my head.
I don't know the character's name. I don't remember. I watched the first season a long time ago.
Oh.
But
Hey, Brian.
it's good.
Ew, was it Brian Norton?
But like his,
Yes, it is
You
Brian.
know I'm gonna
Norton.
say ew, Brian. Brian, you should be watching AEW right now. Don't fucking. You can go. Watch AEW. You can go. You know I'm gonna yell at you tomorrow. I apologize for Brian Norton being watching you guys. You know we deserve better than that. I mean, come on. You don't have to know who he is. I tell him that every day. Oh God, he was so like bummed out today because like people were like making fun of him for his girl problems, and then eventually he just was like, "I get it. I know I'm ugly," and then like he was like, "I don't need you to remind me. Adam tells me every day," and I was just like, "Well, Brian, to be fair, do I really need to tell you every day?"
To be fair.
You just look and you know. Hi, Brian. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone enjoyed that segment. That is the Adam Makes Fun of Brian segment. We'll bring it back every week if we can. If Brian tunes in.
It's about time, Colin.
Aww. Little Colin Flash trying to chime in. Wait, he was watching last time. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's late.
Yeah, you're a little late.
Fucking late.
Bruh. You guys make fun of Colin too. Bruh.
bruh,
Yeah, there you go, Colin.
Bro.
bruh.
Right. Anyways. So, but you mentioned Legion, and that got me thinking, did you ever see the movie The Legion? It's about like,
Demons and stuff.
well, it was the,
Trapped in that diner in the middle.
yeah, they were trying to,
Oh man, that movie made.
The grandma.
that like,
crawling on the ceiling.
unfortunately, like,
Yeah.
it was just unfortunately so
I
horrible.
That was good.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but wasn't like they were trying to birth, was it like a second coming of Jesus? Like, what were they trying to birth?
Yeah.
And then like the like all the demons started to attack the diner. The main problem I had, like one of the problems I had in the movie the most was the main character, the male in that movie, his name was Jeep.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do
That
you
was so unfortunate.
how do you like get all this money and like put your a lot of time in your life to making a movie that is supposed to do really well, and the whole time you're writing you're like, the main character's name is Jeep, this is gonna go so well. Like, that was just horrible. Oh,
Colin.
name middle fingers up like you don't give a fuck.
I mean,
He just said he hates all of us.
No, he doesn't.
Hey.
Yeah, that's fine. He just play it.
I
He just
mean,
play it.
even then, wouldn't you like rather name your kid something like cool, like Volkswagen? You know, Jeep.
Not that Jeeps are bad. Well, my father-in-law loves
You know a Jimmy
Jeeps.
Jeep?
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
Jeep. I mean, I know it's a Jeep thing, but like, you know.
I just don't.
Ah.
I don't get how you make a movie full-heartedly and you name your main character Jeep.
What else was Jeep in?
That actor Jeep?
Mhm.
You tell me.
I know, it's Celebrity Countdown. Let's go.
It's too early for that, man. I'm not prepared. I just remember
He played the main guy in fucking Tokyo Drift, bro.
Yeah. Okay, I gave 2 dicks of Tokyo Drift, dude.
Fuck you, God.
No, I'm not gonna give any time of my life to Fast and Furious movies.
Wow, dude.
Oh, this is coming from a guy that drives a smart car. Oh yeah, you're Fast and Furious, aren't you, Caleb? Wham!
Okay.
I drive a Ford Focus. I don't care about being Fast and Furious.
The movies are fun.
No, I saw the first one. I was like, oh, I get it. And then they made another one. I was like, no, but they're still Fast and Furious, right? I don't have to watch this. And then there's 7 of them. I'm like, they should still be Fast and Furious, right? Yeah, so I get it.
If you watched them, you'd get it. Why they're good.
Oh, well, I guess I'll never get it. Like, these guys will never get it. Why
You
The
watch all
Office
these
is great.
shitty horror movies, but you won't watch a well-made fun action movie.
Yeah,
What
you
about
put
the N ones? Or aren't they like all futuristic and crazy now?
The new ones? Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't even seen them. Like, I haven't seen 7, 8, or 9.
I mean,
Like fighting aliens or some shit.
I just feel like The Rock is just taking over every franchise. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
not
as
saying
he
that-
should.
That's not an awful thing. But
Pretty
like,
sure he's gonna be on SmackDown this week
see, I
They're
just
bringing him
his
back
return.
for views.
I thought he retired or
so
something.
if
No, he'll always come back.
so I
Views,
understand.
money.
He was good shit back in the day.
Still is. Shut the fuck up.
No, I mean wrestling though.
I heard Hobbs and
Good
Shaw's
shit.
a good movie.
I'm under the impression that like, oh man, that the MCU wants to get people like The Rock and like in like some kind of fashion, and I just like if they do that or with like Keanu Reeves, like they've been trying to get Keanu Reeves in like every MCU movie with those types of
He's
actors.
a golden
it-
god.
It needs to be like a really fucking perfect character or a cameo.
Well, his character in the last Toy Story movie was perfect.
I'm not, yeah, like
So I'm gonna pass on The Rock in the MCU, but I want Keanu. Real bad.
what would he be though?
An Eternal.
Uh,
One of the Eternals.
Did you hear the great news about Bill and Ted?
yeah, about Bill and Ted 3.
We shot it.
Yeah, I love Bill and Ted.
Is it like officially all
Excellent.
done or
They're shooting it, I believe now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a real thing, and it's happening.
They're doing Clerks 3 too.
Yeah,
Life is good.
Finally?
yeah.
Good things coming 3
To Django Unchained too.
and 2, 3 and 2.
That's not real.
I mean, they already made a Human Centipede 3, so I mean, yeah,
my
good
God.
things coming 3. You know,
Oh Jesus!
just waiting on a Tusk 2 and 3. Life would be perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, have you seen the back of my car?
No.
I have like those family stickers. I have a Human Centipede family sticker in my
Oh,
car.
jeez.
And my wife actually bought it for me. But I plan on buying a new car next year, and one of my coworkers accidentally gave me an amazing idea to start at one end and make the family Human Centipede go all the way to the other end of the back window.
Before you sell the car.
No, on my new car.
Oh, well, actually, no. Then I think this next one you should get one section, right? But then the next time you get 2 sections, and then your next car, like 5-10 years.
Well,
from
I
now-
don't plan on living long, so
Oh no.
my idea is just this next car is probably gonna be the car I die with. So, just start from one end and go to the other. And
That's because it's gonna be a Toyota.
You scared the hair in my mouth. Thank you. That is true. Yeah, I plan on getting a Prius Prime.
Oh man.
Yeah. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Manly vehicle.
Oh yeah, I'm all about manly vehicles. I drive a Ford Focus. Didn't you hear?
Yeah.
Yeah. All about the manliness in my life. I'm drinking White Claw right now. Didn't you hear?
I was gonna give you shit, but yeah.
Yeah, you just can't because I just
I'm
backed up
thinking.
everything. You can give me shit anytime, and I will back it up.
I don't know, man. This Bud Light though. It's
Yeah,
good
Bud
shit.
Light though. I mean, is it
So-
good enough you need to know?
So besides Borderlands, because we were talking about that earlier, what kind of games do you guys like to play?
Oh my god. I play everything and anything I can afford. Borderlands 3 I had to save up for because I'm a broke ass motherfucker. You wouldn't know with how many hours I work, but yeah, I'm broke, so I play a lot of cheap indie games and I love them all very much. But I can't speak for these guys. What do you guys?
I like the cheap indie games.
Yeah.
I play a lot of like of the AAA games because that's literally all I spend my money on is video games.
I was gonna say, so did you
And
go
music equipment. That's that's
In retro.
and retro.
See, like for me, and I know Caleb's probably like you because he's talking about Destiny earlier. But for me, I would rather
I only buy a couple games a year.
see, and that's where I like to go, where it's like
almost all my time into like 3 games all year.
I like I can only play video games for like maybe a couple hours. Like this last weekend or two, my wife was like taking trips here or there. So when she's not home, I'm just all about video games. So I was playing Borderlands 3. But if I'm lucky, like I love to spend time with her when I'm not at work. So if I play video games, I just chip a little way at a time, and that's where indie games come in my life. Where it's like I could pay $10 for a game or $15 for a game, I usually try not to spend more than $10. But it's like those games take like 4-6 hours at the most to complete. So if I can sit down for like an hour or two at a time playing an indie video game, like the last one I played was called Firewatch. It's
Firewatch is great. That was really good.
Yeah. No, I there was this huge indie developer sale, and I thought like when I saw Firewatch, for some reason I thought it looked like a video game called Recore, and I wanted nothing to do with Recore, so I completely ignored Firewatch. And then when I realized my mistake, because I could have gotten it for so much cheaper, I think it was like a Black Friday or whatever or went on sale, or I either just buckled down and paid like the full price for it because I realized what I missed out on. Mm-hmm. So that takes about like 4 hours to complete, and oh my god! Not only is it like it's just a great like. You just first person perspective. You have to complete these missions in the forest, but like they hit you with like that's like the funny thing with indie games is I feel like they try to punch the shit out of you with like sadness to get to like the point at the end where it's like at the beginning of the game you meet she's a professor and like you're a student but you're like drunk at a bar. And so you walk up to her and you can ask her some questions, and so like I asked like, so what's your major? And like that's how it sounds too. Like when you click your out, it's like, so what's your major? And she's just like, well, I'm a professor, so and like then it's like, and that started your relationship, and you talk for a little while, and you get married, or like eventually you get married to this girl. You fall in love, you buy like a dog, and you get to choose between like she loves this little beagle or something, but you like this big, strong dog that can defend things. And I chose to get the dog she liked. And then later on in the video game, as the story goes on, you get like attacked by some guy with a knife, and he like stabs the little dog, and you go crazy and beat the shit out of the guy.
John Wick.
Yeah. Well, but the dog's okay, hurt, but then like you're like, oh, but neither of you like the side that, like, came out of you, like, when you attacked this guy. And I'm just like, bitch, I just defended our dog that you loved. Like, why are you mad at me about that? But then eventually, as the game goes on, and this is just the beginning of the game, not even the main story, she starts to develop, like, I think it's, like, Alzheimer's or something like that. So your wife, they feed you in this small little, like, packed-in, like, love story. She, like, barely starts to like remember things at work. Things aren't okay anymore at home because she can't remember like how to even get home from work. So you have to decide. It's like, do you send her to this care place or do you just do it by yourself? So I sent her to this care place, and her sister visits all the time, but her family lives in Australia, so they don't visit. But they feel it's best if she comes home with them, and so you have to choose. It's like. Yeah, and like in this little like half hour of the beginning of the game, you're making all these tough decisions, and it's just like, I paid this much to fucking cry over this shit. What the fuck? And it's like, so eventually, I was like, you go there, and sometimes she forgets about you, sometimes she like remembers you. Her sister's always there to take care of her, but she wants to take her home, and you're just like, okay, take her home. And I'll visit, but then it's like, then you fight in the mind, like, is it even worth to visit? Is she gonna remember you? And then eventually you go and you take this job in a national forest or whatever, and as you're going on, you have to do all these daily tasks that a forest ranger does, like people that are lighting off fireworks, and that's not safe. There's a creepy guy. There's like all this creepy stuff that goes on too, and this whole time you're in contact with this one lady from another tower, and after all this like backstory of how like you and your wife are getting so disconnected and she can't remember you, the story feeds you this woman, and like as the day goes on, as the nights go on, you start to feel connected to her instead of like, do I even bother to go back to my wife? So at the end of the game, there's a forest fire, and you have to, like, get out of the forest, and then, like, you have to, like, try to make a decision of, like, this one woman, and she's like, well, where do we go? And, like, you could either be like, I need to go home to my wife, or, whoa, what do you think about Colorado? Why don't you come back with me? And it's just like, you're playing a 4-hour game, and you get, like, so much mixed emotions for, like, $15, where it's like, I love my Borderlands 3 that I'm playing right now. I did pay $100 for that, and I'm loving it, like, all of it, but I didn't...
$100.
Yeah.
DLC's included?
Super deluxe
Super
edition,
deluxe.
but season
Okay,
pass and
so
DLC.
Yeah.
What's the DLC then? Is that just like a...
Well, that's like, if you didn't buy the Super Deluxe to get the Season Pass, you would have had to pay for the $50 for the Season Pass later. So
And season pass is like any DLC that comes out in the future.
Not any DLC. It's only
it's like
4
3 or
packs.
4 packages, yeah.
And then,
Okay.
so what they did with Borderlands 2 is they had 4 main storyline packs, and then they gave you like 6 or 7 small, little, tiny 1 or 2 hour packs that you could buy individually or as another bundle. I know it's kind of a senseless cash grab, and that's because it is.
But hey, if you're into it and it's your shit, it's worth the money.
Yeah, so
love it. Yeah, I love Borderlands.
Hours and hours of entertainment. That's what's
and
nice
that's the
about
thing too.
video
It's
games,
like I
TV.
honestly don't feel like I need to buy another new video game for quite a while unless I'm missing something. But oh yes, I do. I am missing something. But it's another indie game because it comes from one of my favorite developers that I mention a lot on the show. Actually, the creator of D4. I know I've talked about it with you before, but he's coming out with a new game called The Good Life, where you play as this a journalist woman. She went to college, and, like, journalism isn't working out for her, so she, like, goes back to her hometown, and once she gets to her hometown, she realizes at night everyone turns into, like, cats and dogs.
Fuck.
Yeah. So then
That's
she,
wacky.
so the whole game is you being the journalism is, even at night, all of a sudden you turn into a cat. So you have to interact with the environment, set things up, and try to figure out why all these people are turning into cats and dogs. And that's going to be probably like a $20, $25 game. Mm-hmm. But I know that developer in his past just makes crazy, amazing games. And this one is probably like the most kid-friendly game he's ever made. But I'm still expecting like the creepy, dark stuff that he's done before because he's that good. But he's just so amazing. So I'm totally willing to pay whatever he's going to pay. Mm. But I'm guessing compared to like Borderlands, this is going to be like a $25 game. But
So, what system you play on?
what system don't
PlayStation.
I guess the only one I don't own is the PS4. Like as far as new ones go, and that's
the PS4 Pro or whatever.
Whatever it is.
You got the Xbox One S.
I have Xbox One and Switch, and I don't have a Wii, but I don't really need
a Wii.
it.
They stopped the Wii. Are you talking about Wii U or Wii?
Wii. Or no, I don't even have a Wii U now that I think about it.
Not a lot of people had a Wii U.
Yeah.
They just shut down the Wii shop or whatever. You can't download anything from
I was
that
thinking
anymore.
about that too in my head.
Because I got that Wii more recently. I tried to log in there and it's shut down.
In your head, do you slur?
So I know they closed out some of the Nintendo shop, but like
Really?
they're like planning not even like continuing with Nintendo DS anymore. Like they're just doing all Switch.
Well, with the new Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Mr. Lang, welcome, and Stacy Majones.
No,
Glad you're here.
Yeah, welcome back. Chime in anytime, guys.
Hello.
Sheldon.
Wow.
Wow.
Sheldon,
Hi.
look at you doing stuff, Sheldon. I don't know anything about you outside of work. That's weird. Pokemon Sword and Shield, though, yeah, they're not going to do that on DS, are they? That's just going to be Switch.
It's just on the Switch, and even on top of that, it says they're not including all the Pokemon, and there are some people who are really butthurt about them not including all the Pokemon.
What generations has it been?
It's going to be a grab bag.
So just random out of all of them.
So what they've been doing for the Pokemon for the past for at least even the last gen and this gen, they've been taking specific Pokemon from early gens and then giving them reskins to give them regional variants.
Okay, yeah, I've seen a little bit of that in the newer games. Don't they have kind of a little bit of that?
Yeah, so one of the ones I think it's what fucking Pokemon is it? Like a Grimer and Muck in the Alolan region is rainbow colored.
Yeah, the new coughing. Have you seen the new coughing?
The coughing with the
it's like a wheezing, but with like top hats. But the top hats it's like smokestacks.
Are we talking like Abraham Lincoln type?
Yeah,
like
a top hat.
Legit,
It's
like that
smokestack.
tall.
Right.
And then it's like smoke coming out of the top of it, and it's like I think it's like a steel and poison or something like that because it's supposed to be like industrial with the smokestacks or something like that.
I don't know. Let's just when you think about
Farfetch has an evolution though too.
that pisses me off so much.
Yeah,
Farfetch didn't need an evolution.
like
Farfetched was a garbage Pokemon. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
wow,
He was.
Wow.
Wrong.
He had a whole episode fucking dedicated to it. Didn't he?
Wow, bro.
Yeah, but Pikachu had an entire series dedicated on.
he finally won.
A movie.
Okay, Farfetch'd was really good when there was only 150 Pokemon.
51.
No,
There was
150.
150.
Because when Mew came out, Farfetch'd went another one down. Like,
Wow. Man.
I mean, what like his entire shtick was that he beat people with his leak.
Yeah.
It's you're gonna tell me right now that somebody rushing somebody with a fucking spring onion is gonna do anything?
Okay, well look at that Magikarp just splashing around. Whatever, you know.
And then look what it turns into.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about just the Magikarp right now. Look at that Metapod.
The Farfetch is just
Oh, no.
a Farfetch. It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh no! Don't let that Metapod harden on you.
Farfetch'd has an attitude.
Yeah, he
Well,
sure
now
does.
it goes somewhere. What does it look like? I've never even seen it.
Okay, I think his new like his leak evolves into a different fucking it's a sword. It's whatever. It's a sword or like a pole arm, but it's another vegetable. Like all he did was like fucking yeehaw himself onto a fucking rocking chair and carved it into a fucking sword or some
He
shit.
whittled it.
Yeah, yeehawed and whittled him a
Wheedled.
fucking like,
God.
They're running out of shit, dude.
they're running out of shit.
Dude, when they
ice
made like
cream.
an ice cream Pokemon, yeah, that's
ice
insane.
Pokemon. There's a chandelier
It melts in the
Pokemon.
sun.
I mean, to be fair though, the main person that designed Pokemon, he passed away, so.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Damn it, Nate.
To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, like the main one of the main creators, he passed away like a year or two ago. But it's like you already could tell that they were running. Like you said, when you make ice cream cones and chandeliers, you're kind of just like,
You're scraping the bottom.
yeah,
of the
it's
fucking...
like, oh, there's a cell phone Pokemon.
I actually can't wait until there's a cell phone Pokemon.
To talk about a thing from when we were kids, but
It's like
something
the old Transformers with the
Magneton,
tape
power it up.
Transformer.
Might or whatever, power it up.
Did
The
you
Voltorb.
did you see the debut of the new Blue's Clues? I
We
know I'm switching from Pokemon to Blue's Clues, but it is actually cell phone related.
went from like 0 to 0, but like no, I'm just kidding. I know that like I was a massive fan of Blue's Clues as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I was a massive fan, and disgustingly, I'm about to say that I am still a Blue's Clues fan.
Well, so
I
they
watch
went-
every day.
Well, so
No, I'm
it
just
was
kidding.
like they debuted a new Blue's Clues, like from back, like it brought it back, and then you know we went from Steve to that one guy. I passed out after Steve, like I just dropped out. Didn't care about the new guy, but I saw on Facebook that they were bringing it back, and they got like this weird Asian guy, and everyone was like, "What are you guys doing? Like this is like messed up and all that." And then I saw a clip from the first episode, and he had his handy dandy notebook, and then since it's 2019, he was like, "What's this? I have a call coming from," and he flipped over his notebook, and it's a cell phone, and I'm just like, that is very 2019. That's hilarious. But then when he answered the call, it was both of the past like owners or like hosts, whatever you want to call them.
like,
So it was
yeah.
Steven, but Steven with like a detective hat because he solves all Blue's mysteries because you can't see Steven now because he looks like Moby. He's like bald completely, so he doesn't look like old Steve. And then they have the other guy, and they like give him like basically I'm pretty sure they just said like, well, you should just look for Blue's Clues. And I was like, that's the fucking title of this show. Like, yeah, of course
They did it. They did it. They
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah, like,
they
oh
said
no, that's
they
how they
said
did it. I'm a Family Guy. Anyways, but yeah, and then after he was like, well, thanks for the hints, guys. Steve, the original guy, he like I was so against this new thing. I was like, don't bother bringing this back. But then they had this little segment where like Steve was just like, hey, do you mind if I have a minute with Blue? Or it was something like that. And then like the original Steve had like a sincere moment like on the screen. And I was like, you're fucking crying. And then I was like, oh, I'm alone. There's no one else in this room. Someone else is crying, whatever. But no, it was like fucking, like the most perfect way to bring Blue's Clues back. Mm-hmm. I think it was like Steve talking to like the actual like kid watch it, like, you know, like how they always make.
Oh, you like his face up in the camera. Like,
well, he was like looking through the screen, but you know, so it's kind of like when he'd be like, "Well, where's the clue?" But you know, so like I believe, if I remember, it was something like he just was like, "Well, hey, like, I know it's been a while, but would you guys mind helping out my friend here and trying to figure out all Blue's, like something like that?" But it was like the perfect way to bring it back, and then like he had a little moment with Blue too before he like laughed, and I was just like. That was so fucking gay. Whatever, man. I'm not even gonna watch this anymore. Yeah, no, it was really fucking good.
And then I binged an entire season.
Yeah, and now it's the only thing I watch when I get home besides The Office.
What's that?
God, I will come over there and do nothing about it because you look like you.
Cheers.
Oh man.
Are there any, like, since we're talking about like nostalgic shows, what is like? Why don't we just talk about like what are some of your favorite nostalgic shows?
Nostalgia shows.
Well, I have cable, but I don't watch it. I just get it from my brother. My mom and my brother live with me.
What do you do?
What do I do? I play Grand Theft Auto. I hang out with friends, and you know, a couple of my friends have kids. Just go and have a good time. Now it's getting cold as fuck, so we're gonna have to, you know, sit inside.
Yeah, retreat inside.
Yeah, I mean, even when it was warm as fuck, I still retreated inside.
Warm up in front of the PS4. You know, like
when you sit in front of a computer and stare at it for 8 hours a day, you like to just
shit.
You like to just step away from that. You know what I mean? You don't like to.
Guess I don't know what that's like yet, but I guess I'll find out. Yeah, I guess I'll find out.
Your vision will go from 2020 to shit.
Oh yeah. My vision is so perfect.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I can't read your shirt.
No.
I can't even read it.
Can you tell what it is?
I can't even read this can.
Animals.
Alright, we're talking music. Pink Floyd. Who likes Pink Floyd here? If you don't, leave right now. Just kidding. I should probably.
I'm just saying I can't read this can from right here, so my
Neither
vision
can I.
is going to be great. I'm just saying.
I know it's a White Claw, but.
Oh, it is. Oh, wow. Oh, delicious.
what the fuck?
Fuck you, I ain't got no laws. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
No rules.
But are there any nostalgic shows?
I for one had a really weird one.
How old does it have to be?
Oh God, for you? No, I'm saying, throw one out there.
My massive nostalgia show is that 70s show, to be honest.
Wisconsin.
Did you hear about Topher Grace going to the state fair?
Oh yeah,
he was like, shout out to the 6 people that didn't yell "Hello Wisconsin" to me when I was here. Like, you're probably one of those people that did.
Yeah. I was playing GTA Online with some dudes from LA. He's, you know, LA. You know, he's like. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm from Wisconsin. He's like, whoa, is it like that 70s show? Oh, Wisconsin. I'm like, kind of, a little bit.
You know, it's not 70s anymore, but, you know, a little bit.
You know, still hang out in the basement, you know, back in the day, you know.
It really is. Like, it like, that 70s show is a pretty, like, I love that 70s show, and, like, after having watched it, like, 4 or 5 times, like, honestly, like, looking back on it, most of the characters are bad people. And actually the same is to be said about like pretty much most of those ensemble casts, like Friends. All of those are awful people. Oh God! If you look at them as individual people, they're all bad.
Basically, no. But in Friends, the worst person is Ross. He's a piece of shit.
Oh yeah, he's garbage.
He's the worst fucking person because he basically just kept Joey at the end of the show has nothing, and Ross is just like, well. I have nothing too, but I took everything from Joey. So, So I get what you're saying. Like, at the end of every series, you all of a sudden like sort of form out everything where it's like, God, some of these people are just the worst. And you look at How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, Ted's a horrible person.
Right. Not only is he a horrible person, but that whole show is like there's character development, and then everyone just goes back to being just normal pieces of shit, except for Lily and
Yeah, the only good person seemed to be the mother.
oh yeah, but thankfully she dies, so you know.
Wow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like thankfully Ted can be happy in the end because the mom dies. Show it.
Spoilers.
I
Yeah,
heard.
so sorry for anybody who hasn't seen.
No, but I
How I
basically.
Met Your Mother yet.
I think it was like in season 2 or 3, they already knew how the show was going to end. So any character development they did, they were like, it's basically pointless because they were going to build a world and then go right back to it. So like you see Barney try to settle down with a woman and get married, but then in the end, it doesn't even matter because...
He's gay.
No, it doesn't matter because they get a divorce and then he just... Yeah.
I mean, canonically speaking, Neil Patrick Harris
Is gay.
is gay.
Well, man, it must have been from the
that
show.
was the joke.
Sorry,
In-
I was talking about How I Met Your Mother and I didn't get back into the real world yet.
I mean,
I
hey,
apologize.
I'm not very good with movies and shit, because, like...
It's a TV show, come on.
Right.
TV shows and movies, alright.
They are not.
Whatever, same difference.
No,
Consumable
that was a good joke. I was just in the middle of How I Met Your Mother and I was like, no, he didn't go gay, but real life. Got it, yes. Good
Got it.
joke, Justin.
Got
Thank you
it.
for
In the
being
main
there.
Thank you,
group
thank
of
you. That was my
Letterkenny,
highlight of
who's
the night
bad.
here.
No, that was a
In the
good
main
one.
group of Letterkenny?
Yeah.
I would actually not exactly want to call that an ensemble cast. Like, because the whole idea is that they all interact together, like, all of them interact together as a group all the time. Because those holiday episodes, those aren't canon, I guess. Like, what happens in those, it
Yeah.
doesn't actually transfer over.
Right.
And that's how most of them spend the time together.
But I'm
is in
talking
those
about
holiday-
everybody that sits out by the vegetable cart.
Well,
Who's bad?
I like to think that all of them have a moral gray. Like, all of them are not inherently bad or good. Like, with Letterkenny is kind of like a really interesting exception to that rule, because
Isn't that guy, like, originally a YouTuber or something?
yeah, it was a YouTube, like it was a YouTube. Oh my fucking God.
YouTuber.
It was a YouTube thing, a show.
Got to start somewhere.
But yeah,
no,
and
absolutely.
then I got picked up. Well, Jared Kiso, there's the guy who was the head guy. He was already an actor.
That's
he had
the
all the-
fighter guy?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
horrible with...
Shorzy.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shorzy and Wayne.
Basically, when Nate comes over, when I'm done playing video games and I'm like good and drunk, I'm like, all right, let's restart Letterkenny, and then I'll just watch it till I can't like stay awake anymore. So like I've been watching at least the first 6 episodes with him.
Over and
No, you've never made it to 4.
I've been watching the first 4 episodes with him.
So like, the way that I'd say
Bad
is
with the
that
name.
But he's gonna have them memorized.
the bad
Spitters are
people,
my
There's
favorite
gonna be a
guys.
test on it.
the truly bad people
I'll find
are the degens from up north. Those are the bad guys.
Mhm.
But also, I mean, all of them could be like boundary pushing. Like all of them could be like is taking your personal interpretation of the situation. Like, I don't think I would enjoy being aggressively hit on by the bartender. So that can implicate in my situation.
Yeah, a huge shudder there.
Yeah, in my situation, I could find that to make her to want to be a bad person. Like, and then to an extent, it's not, but, like, Wayne has to be what we consider the...
Or whatever
the-
happens to Modine's repeatedly.
Oh, that it burns down.
Yeah, I mean, what if that's... I mean,
Right.
what's she up to?
Insurance money.
Hmm.
She's up in
Hey.
a lot of insurance money.
Paycheck, bro.
That paycheck.
Maybe they need some fire protection.
It would,
Stuart's girlfriend
I guess, is
is
she...
bad, I think.
How have you seen the whole series, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has a Letterkenny tattoo.
Do you?
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Nice.
Yeah, I like one night we were hanging out in my apartment. He was trying to figure out so I have the Hulu and Spotify thing. He was trying to figure out because on my computer I have the premium, on my phone I can't get it. So he was trying to help me figure it out, and we still haven't figured it out. But we slipped into the Hulu section of it, and Letterkenny popped up on the top, and I just looked at it and I was like, I'm supposed to like this show. Like, my friends say I'll like it, and I'm certain I will, but from one of the trailers they had on Hulu, which I was watching Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so the trailer for Letterkenny was thrown at me all the time, and I would just watch it and be like, are you supposed to be funny? Like, they didn't have any jokes. It was just like a weird, like, the main character guy would just like stand there and he would like do a little poem or whatever, and then they would show some explosions, and I was like, are you supposed to be funny? And then like Nate went home, and he stayed up.
He was late.
Yeah, he stayed up
already
way too
late.
late on a work night.
Yep.
And like the next day, he was like, "Letterkenny's fucking amazing." And I was like, "So I am supposed to like it. It is funny." And then he like just got obsessed with it.
It's cut dry satire.
Well, I love Always Sunny in
It's-
Philadelphia. I love Trailer Park Boys, and I was like told it's like if you like both of those, then you should have no problem with Letterkenny.
Yeah, it's a little more like the humor is significantly more sophisticated. Like I've made the comparison, but it's like people read too far into it. Like what I was saying, it's witty Trailer Park Boys, but then they add too much Trailer Park Boys to it.
Yeah, I can see
like,
that.
It's like saying you like a Jack and Coke, but like you just really like the Jack and the Coke doesn't matter. Like it's that.
If the Coke's there, you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's one of those comparisons. You're not exactly.
I'm saying, since I've seen it multiple times with Nate, just the first scene of episode 1 between them at the fruit stand and the spitters. When I went to Medford High School, there was fucking spitters there. So like when they're just talking to each other back and forth, and then the second the first one just goes, "Hold my spitter, bro," or whatever, it just hit me so hard, and I was like, oh my god, I love everything about this right now.
What the hell is going on with your body hair there? Big shoots? You look like a 12-year-old Dutch girl.
Oh my god. Yeah, no. It's just that whole first scene after that, I was like, okay, I will love this show. It's just gonna take a while for me to get through it all. But as I've said before in previous episodes, I had to finish King of the Hill and I had to finish Full Metal Alchemist before I start new shows. Like, you can't hate me. I have objectives.
Commitments.
Yeah.
I'm curious about your opinion on this. We pretty much decided that episode 3 is not worth even watching.
Episode 3?
Yeah.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Fart Book?
Yeah. What do you think? Is it just
it's
a different reality there almost, or what?
I don't want to say it's a different reality. It definitely is like...
It's not needed.
It's, yeah, you can tell that they were grasping at straws just a little bit, but I like to think that the show was just finding its rhythm.
See, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's what he said. And, again, in my drunken state, I watched the first episode, I was like, this is fucking amazing. We watched the second one, and I was like, yeah, this is great. And then we, went to the third one. And
I forgot to tell him not to watch it.
Yeah, he didn't say anything, but it's like, we made it, halfway through the third episode, and I was like...
Even drunk, he was like, this is
Can we
just
just,
not going
fucking
right.
skip this? And he was just like, yeah, we should move on. But yeah, no, that was...
There's a lot of episodes where they don't really accomplish anything. You know what I mean? Not like that's a bad thing.
No, but that's...
you mean have a open and close?
Yeah, it was just okay, done. But then there was also major plotline episodes where the stuff gets weaved in, this person shows up and then comes back his girlfriend and
But I mean, if you look at Family Guy always has the open and shut, and the next day you always forget about what happened, and that's fine. Everything moves on.
Even then, sometimes when you get to the next scene, everything is fine.
Well, right, and now it's South Park. The last 2 or 3 seasons, they're trying to keep some things that are storyline, and people are having a problem with that.
Oh, because everything is everything.
Where it's I missed out on the last season. I don't even know why. I just didn't watch it. But I was told it's I think it was Stan doesn't even live in South Park anymore. He lives in a country farm that his dad made for them. So he doesn't even live in the city of South Park anymore. So it's it's weird when you try to. In comedies, you just try to keep it where it's at the end of the episode, it's and now we're just back to the way things are, everything's settled, and you should just keep going. Where it's unless you can really build on that story, nothing should really change. Because it's once you can start back from base one and keep going, you can make better jokes off of what you already have based off of new revolving stuff.
Yeah, or if instead it's always the same, you begin. It's easier to write if you're always writing from the same position.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, quote unquote, because you don't want to fall victim to having continuity errors, because there are people in the world who will actively crap on things for their continuity errors. And sometimes you just gotta be like, dude, how else could they do this? There's time travel.
Usually it's just you make someone in the show has to be really rich. Then that's how things happen. Look at Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You got Frank. He's loaded, so they can always afford to spend money on some things. And then it's like the one episode where things got separated. Dennis was trying to sell his Land Rover or Range Rover, Land Rover, whatever. It's in a lake, and he was trying to still sell it like as is because it's a multiple terrain vehicle. Should be able to handle that. And so the group got separated. Frank tried to like join another group that just started a bar, so he's pulling the old antics. He like gave kids fake IDs, and he let like a rat or a possum loose in the basement, and like that bar got shut down or like they got inspected, and he's like, yeah, but like, you know, so we just like work this new angle in and we figure it out, but like they were like, what are you talking about? Like, we're gonna get shut down. And so he just bailed on them. And it's like Mac was banging some girl. It turns out he was just like paying her in crack, but he just wanted to separate himself from the group to look like he was banging a hot chick. Dennis couldn't sell his car at all, and Dee and Charlie from the main group ended up banging each other by accident. But like, so everything was thrown off whack when they got back, and they sorted everything out, and they got back as a group. Like Dennis, who was trying to sell his car, he's like, "So Frank, you'll just pay to get my car to Lake, right?" And he's like, "Done." So it's just like, as long as you have like someone in the show or whatever that has like money, you can get everything back to where it needs to be, and that's where comedy needs to be. Where it's like you can get back to one point and just spread out and do it again.
It's like you can fix this for me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Everything works so fine.
Throw
Man.
fucking $100 bills at it. Is that how you solve all your problems? You know, I mean, like your fucking kitchen stove's on fire, just grab fistfuls of money, throw it at it.
Damn, replaces itself, bro.
I mean, money puts out fires pretty well, so.
Unless it's like steamed hams, then it turns into like an aurora borealis.
Yeah, steamed hams.
I was quoting Simpsons there, which is one of my old go-to shows. We talked about like classic shows and brought up that 70s show, and it got...
Show's been around forever.
Yeah, I mean...
Did you ever find the guy that died?
Yeah, it was one of the producers from Simpsons and Rick and Morty. He died at like the age of 54. I didn't want to look into it anymore after I saw his age. It just seems way too young.
It's sad. I like me some Rick and Morty.
Well, no, everything's fine. It was a producer from both of them. It wasn't like the main people.
Yeah, it's not like the it's not the it wasn't the talent.
Yeah, the show will go on, but like that's like at the age of 54. Like I don't know, is it just stress from like Simpsons and Rick and Morty? Like it's like two successful shows, and Rick and Morty's like exploded. Just gotta wonder, like, I mean, I didn't want to look into it because I was like, oh, 54? Ooh, that's like a scary age to die. I mean, I expect to die before that, but like, this guy was successful, so I don't want to read into it. Justin, you barely talk. What do you used to watch?
What I used to watch?
Yeah, besides like clouds in the sky.
Mainly Adult Swim shows.
Like what?
Like Family Guy, Futurama, you know, I don't know.
Futurama's perfection.
Futurama's a good one, for sure.
I mean, if we bring up Futurama, I have to bring up Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Could you not?
no.
I just did though.
I'm gonna cry tonight. Thanks, guys.
Why are you tearing up?
R.I.P.
Jurassic Park. That's the episode with
dog.
With.
But no spoilers. But they fix that issue. If you pay attention later in the series, they fix that issue with the dog. The dog.
Go on.
They like okay, fucking ruining Futurama. I'm really sorry for whoever did not finish the show back in 2013.
Ruin it.
Like, I'm sorry, it's been 6 years. You fucking had your chance.
Exactly.
Well, technically, it's been fucking since like 1999. It's been 20 years. You had your fucking chance. So, like, you know, back in Jurassic Park, how the implication is that he was 18, like he lived his whole life, whatever, like that, and then he like the dog fell asleep and
just waiting for Fry to
just
come
waiting
back.
for him, but he never got put into that little ash form, right?
Yeah.
So later in Bender's big score, right?
Oh,
And then,
okay, yeah.
or Bender's Big Story, whatever the ones. And then even then, farther into the series later, they rectified that issue twice. There is 2 Frys in a timeline that went and lived with Seymour after he was left. There was 2 different Frys for 2 different points of time, if I'm not mistaken, that lived with Seymour. And if I'm not mistaken, Bender was actually the one who put Seymour in the fucking volcanic thing because Bender was being controlled by the fucking aliens. So Bender was the one who put the dog to be able to be brought back to life later, and Fry decided against it, but that dog died knowing a Fry. So...
Okay,
boom.
so...
You can no longer cry at Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
but you still will.
No, yeah, I mean, you still will. But no, so it feels good to know that. So it's like, did Bender, when he was under control, was that supposed to be him doing it for evil, or was Bender actually doing it to...
Him doing it to kill Fry, it was an accident. Not an accident, it was an unintentional... it was an incidental casualty.
Oh, okay.
But he was being mind-controlled and was there to kill Fry, and then he, lasered the dog. I mean, he, It would have been something that Bender probably would have did even if he wasn't under mind control. He just wouldn't have been. He just wouldn't have been there to kill Fry.
Aww.
But yeah, they solved that issue. Futurama's perfection, though. I don't know. I was
gonna say, when it got back and came back on Comedy Central, was it still?
It was so much better.
Oh, good.
It was not maybe to some people it wasn't, but they could get away with more.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
It could be raunchier, and that was definitely the most important part, is that they could be raunchier.
Did you watch it on Comedy Central or just Adult?
Adult Swim, that was way back in the day.
Yeah, because it got syndicated onto it, but
Well, it started on Adult Swim, right?
Well, no, it started on Fox.
Yeah.
Oh,
because it's creator of The Simpsons.
I never watched it on Fox. I watched it on Adult Swim.
And then that
was a long time ago.
In the same way that
I don't know, I'm just fucking with you now.
No. In the same way that Family Guy, like Adult Swim purchased the rights from Fox to.
No, I never even remembered it on Fox. I always seen it on Adult Swim.
I mean, I watched it when I watched it with my
ago.
when it was first airing, because it was 99 2000. I was 5. That was just around the time that I was ability to form memories, and thank God for that, I guess, because I never had the ability to formulate memories.
You wouldn't have to be sad at all.
I never figured out speech though, but okay, so. No. But yeah, I watched it on Fox then, but I didn't get that shit.
Huh. Brian. So basically, what it sounds like is you watched Fox shows on Adult Swim. Did you like any Adult Swim shows on Adult Swim?
I guess you have to define some of them, but...
Well,
Archer?
no, Archer was
FX.
Yeah, FX.
It was.
Sorry, what about
Aqua Teen Hunger
Force? Home movies.
You guys remember Home Videos?
Home movies.
The guy, Home Movies. This was, yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that's on Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
This voice, yeah.
It's Archer and
Bob,
and
that fucking
John H. Benjamin.
What was the name of that one where that fucking guy? He's like, I don't even know how to describe him. He's got things coming off his fucking eyes, it's really wacky looking. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah, something fucking weird like that.
Brack.
Yeah.
Oh, the Brack show.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the Brack show was amazing. Did you ever hear the Brack soundtrack?
No.
They released a CD of Brack songs. It
Oh,
was
God.
fucking great.
But no, fucking Super Jail.
Brack show?
Yes.
Super Jail is a good one.
Super Jail, Mr. Pickles, Metalocalypse.
Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles.
Metalocalypse.
Did you ever watch Scene Lab 2020 then?
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of it.
Oh my God, that was
Dude,
funny.
Space Ghost was my
That
fucking
shit goes
favorite.
way back
Space
then.
Ghost.
Space Ghost was really good.
What about the one with the brothers?
Venture Brothers.
Venture-
What about Oblongs?
Oblongs is
Oh my
definitely
God.
Oblongs.
Dude,
Nobody we're getting into prime adult
Really,
Swim
Oblongs,
stuff.
that they were the
That weird family.
the guy with
Yeah.
no arms, no legs.
Yeah,
the girl with
they're
the
all
leg-
mutated.
Yeah.
The dad had no legs and
Yep.
no arms.
The twins are attached to her.
Yeah, they have a weird growth on their head or something.
Oh, did you guys ever watch Squidbillies? Because I
Yeah,
didn't.
I
Was
watched
it?
it.
It was good.
It's
Hit or miss.
Yeah, really.
Hit or miss.
I was hoping it was
The
like
funniest thing is some hats that guy wears, the dad or whatever.
Oh,
He
yeah.
always wears funny ass hats.
Oh,
Nobody ever believed me that early Adult Swim was so ragtag, the Guardians of the Galaxy,
So
ragtag
great.
bunch of TV shows. Everyone's like, dude, Rick and Morty is so messed up. I was like, Rick and
Well,
Morty
really?
The
is
last 10 years.
Yeah, Rick and Morty is pretty straight cut and dry compared to some of the Literally, I went. C Lab 2021 is on Hulu now.
Oh yeah.
So I was watching the first episode, and the first episode is literally the girl wakes up and just says, "I need to get pregnant."
There you go.
It just runs around. I need to get pregnant. It's like even Harvey Birdman and fucking Attorney at Law.
Oh God, yes.
What about some of the live action ones?
Oh, it's like Tim and Eric
Children's
and stuff
Hospital?
like that. Children's Hospital.
Children's Hospital was good. I have never liked Tim and Eric Awesome show. I cannot get into that
What
show.
about Eric Andre?
The Eric Andre
Eric
show is
Andre?
fucking
That shit-
amazing.
that shit's funny,
It's
dude.
fucking amazing.
I love some of this shit.
Produced one of the best memes out there with
Okay.
why would the blah 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 do this?
I was gonna say, which one? There's been multiple Eric Andre show memes. The "Let me in!"
That's also
Yeah,
one of the great ones.
And I love the when he's he's drinking ranch out of a bottle,
Oh,
but it's like he says like I'll drink to that, and like the meme is like when people say, "Wow, you have a real drinking problem," and it just accuses him. He's like, "Yeah, I'll drink to that."
My favorite is like the Hannibal Rest, like the
Wow.
like whack.
whack.
He also has another one where he's like, "Why are you booing me? I'm right." Like that's another Hannibal one of that show, a meme. From Eric though, where he's just like, "Oh, why would you say something so brave yet so strong?" Or what is it like?
Why would you have something so controversial yet so brave?
Yes, that's it. No, that's a fucking solid ass talk show.
Dude. Oh.
That's funny shit. I heard he like cranks up the heat. Like he had that fucking Howie Mandel or whatever, the dude from fucking.
The guy who's a germaphobe.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. He had him on there. He cranked the heat up and shit. He fucking hated it.
One of the things I believe it was the Howie Mandel one was when he told him to sit on the couch.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Howie was just like, "This looks like one of those couches that you would find in one of those neighborhoods."
That was him.
And he just like cuts. He's like, "What do you mean one of those neighborhoods? Why don't you sit down, Zimmerman?" And it was after the
Clean.
fucking Zimmerman shootings, and he just threw that at him, and I was just like,
It's so good.
No, he cranks the heat up just to make him uncomfortable too.
And then with Hannibal,
he
Hannibal
fucks
literally
with him.
standing right fucking behind him too. Like there's only the one chair, so whenever the guest comes up, Hannibal will stand up and just like hang out over their shoulder. Like Eric Andre's show is fucking nuts.
"It is. It's on Hulu. It really, yeah." So I would maybe if you don't watch Letterkenny for a day, I would say check on my dude.
That's the guy that does interviews and fucks with people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he also has fake celebrities on there too. Like he doesn't like they're not all real guests.
Yeah,
A lot
like
of
he'll
them-
be like, "This is like so and so," and it's just like a. Doesn't
Well, that
even
totally
look like
reminds me. I found out something. It's super geek. Nobody will probably really care. But back to the Between Two Ferns concept.
Dude,
Yeah.
that movie on Netflix, bro.
I haven't
guy-
seen the movie. Is it great?
No, I just
Is that-
watched the trailer for it last night. I'm like,
The trailer's amazing.
It is amazing.
The guy who wrote that with him,
Scott Ackerman?
yeah,
Yeah, Comedy
Uh,
Bang Bang.
he actually started with a different series that never got picked up.
Oh, I was gonna
And
say
it was
Comedy
called
Bang Bang was...
Right Now.
Well, if you like that though, you might want to check out Comedy Bang Bang.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, start with the series right now. Same thing, just not with Zach Galifianakis?
Right, but do you know another show called Right Now that's almost the same thing?
I would like to say yes, but
Right Now with John Goblikon?
Aw, John Goblikon.
Yeah,
John Goblikon is like a goblin for the band.
but that's Right Now.
Yeah.
And it's
So it's there's a band.
it's like they took that
I was
and
gonna
just
say
ran with it.
the band's called just Goblikon, right?
Necro
Necrogoblikon.
Necro Goblikon.
Yeah, it's an amazing band, but like they're very talented. But their gimmick is that they have this little goblin that follows them around called John Goblikon, and yeah, he has his own little YouTube show called Right Now with John Goblikon, where he like interviews bands, and then he even was it what Bobby Lee. Was it
Yeah.
Like he had Bobby Lee on his show one time, and he's basically just like picked a fight with him. Like they just went back and forth, like arguing with each other on something. And
It was hilarious.
yeah,
'cause
you can find it on YouTube.
Right Now is sponsored by Chili's.
Oh.
So he always has he always has the Chili's egg rolls. You know, like Chipotle egg rolls. He even turns around and he looks at him and he's like,
So even ate, huh?
he's like, "Are you fucking serious?"
I get used back when I just got back.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
he's like,
Yeah,
he's
sure,
like,
bro.
"What?" He's because egg rolls. Is it because I'm Asian?
Oh God.
That was hilarious.
No, when it comes to Letterkenny, like I think it's been like really like Letterkenny is a really brilliantly written show. And I think the director is John Tierney or whatever, so Jacob Tierney or whatever. I like that he plays a very not serious role. You know what I mean? Like the preacher, because the preacher is the director.
He's really effing different, not as his character.
Oh yeah, like he's completely like.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if you even see pictures of him and hear him talking, it's like, whoa. I told Adam that. I'm like, that guy is so not like that.
Yeah, he's just definitely like.
The
He's-
pastor.
Pastor
Yeah.
in.
Letterkenny.
Nate, you know I watch when I'm drunk. Like, I don't remember the path. Oh, the guy that he's like, "Hey kids," like, you know, and all that. Okay,
How
He's
great
the,
is
he's the
God?
director of the series.
okay. Sorry, we made a mistake. We didn't show one of our guests where the bathroom was. So I had to be the guide.
That was my B.
Yeah, you had time.
We played Mario.
Yeah, you were too busy playing video games beforehand.
I ain't even ashamed to admit it. Mario World, get you some.
Well, I mean, always. Whenever you can, you might as well.
John Galvacon even wrote a book.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, you
How
can
is it
literally buy
selling?
it. He's got a what?
How's it
I
selling?
don't know, actually. Let's find out. That's a good question.
Just trying to dive to find more White Claw.
Dive to find more White Claw.
Ding, ding, ding.
Fucking hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Mofo.
Oh, but yeah, no. So, Between Two Ferns, though. You guys haven't seen the movie yet?
No, it just came out. I just watched the trailer for it.
Was it? No, it didn't. I mean, it's been out for like a week or two.
Yeah, that's just coming out.
I was gonna say.
Adam.
But I was gonna say though, I don't know if he's a director, but he had something to do with it with Scott Aukerman. If you go on Netflix, if they still have Comedy Bang Bang, I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's like a quirky interview show. And it's very random, and he has like a musical, like basically it's like one person that does all the music for the show, and the first
That's
season.
him. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow!
Yeah.
The actual picture, not
Yeah.
the goblin form.
Right.
Oh wow, weird. But yeah, no. So like on Comedy Bang Bang, they have like musical, like every talk show has like a music, or like Conan O'Brien has the bands with him
Yeah.
and all. Yeah.
The
He has
basic cable band.
nice. Good for him.
$22 signed.
Well, that ain't, signed even too. That ain't bad. But yeah, no. So Comedy Bang Bang, they have Reggie
Cold
Watts.
pizza.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking about it. I was thinking.
Now we're diving into the pizza.
Yes.
An hour later.
Yeah, he had Reggie Watts, and then for his second season, they got Kid Cudi, which is just random as fuck compared to Reggie Watts. He's like so talented and amazing, and you could tell that the show definitely after season 2 that they were like starting to fail, because then third season they completely like 180 and got Weird Al Yankovic to be like the musical host,
Oh God.
and it finally got great again, and it's what it needed.
All I needed was Weird Al Yankovic to be successful.
I mean, honestly, if we get, I think we're gonna get him next week, just to try to hope to make
Weird
the
Al?
show- Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking. So I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that we'll be right back on track where we need to be after this disaster of a show this week. We kind of needed to find something.
Oh, something to pick it up.
Yeah.
Hasn't been all bad. Just only mostly bad.
It's like 90% of it.
I don't mind. I mean, but I can get over the fact that you don't, like,
Don't bring it up.
fangirl The
Don't
Office.
bring it back up. Don't even.
That I don't what?
Fangirl The Office.
Oh my god.
It's so simple to fangirl over The Office. You get the Netflix.
It's so easy to talk, too.
What the fuck? What about him?
I'm telling you both. I'm telling you both how to better your lives. There's a free trial, and you just get it and done.
I hate to tell you that I have Netflix.
I hate to tell you that I don't.
Do you want to know what happened when I found out The Office was getting taken off of Netflix? I just kept scrolling.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
R.I.P. brother.
Press F. Pay respects.
F in the chat.
It's hold F to pay respect.
Hold F to pay respects.
You know, Nate, I don't.
It's press F to pay respect.
I am going to press F on your fucking
Make it
face.
I wish somebody would.
Well, keep talking like that. Hey, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing the show with these guys if they're going to just be sitting here, talking blasphemy about The Office.
Oh.
Oh man.
So, I'm just saying. I don't know. I think it's time we might have to call it quits, guys, because I don't know how much longer I can stand here.
Before I throw the controller.
Yeah, don't know how much longer I can stand here.
It's really hard to rage quit a podcast if you think about it. But
No, it's not.
no, I guess you
I
might.
just stabbed Caleb.
Wow.
I
rage quit real quick.
God.
This didn't stop the stream.
Yeah, no, it's just like you guys are freaking out and Caleb's like bloody dead over there. And I'm like, I actually don't know how to shut this off now. I shouldn't have killed Caleb.
We're testing the waters. See what happens.
Hey, somebody wake him up. We need to turn off the stream.
Yo, you guys, can we just like throw a phoenix down over here or something? Thank you.
You trying to be done, bro?
I don't know. I feel like we've covered a lot of stuff. I feel like we're good, right?
I mean, if you want to be done, you just gotta let me know. I can end it. I'll end it. I'll turn.
Don't stop me.
I will. Turn
I will.
Stop me now. Having such a good time.
No, that's
having
my
a ball.
That's my favorite thing at work is
So,
that I say stop.
Thank you for joining us this week on 1730 Nation.
I guess
Join us again next week.
Kind of thank you, our guests. Whatever. Whatever.
At 7. We're trying that new thing of being prompt or not prompt.
Always on time.
Always on time.
I want to say that we were trying to be prompt at 6, but we realized that couldn't be done.
Yeah, couldn't be done. Totally. Thank you for our guests today, Mr.
That's
Adam
a
Webb.
one-sided thank you.
No, thanks.
Whatever.
No, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
No, I
Justin
remember
Dais.
the last
It's okay.
name.
Justin Dais. Thanks for having me.
Justin Dais.
It was a pleasure meeting
Justin
you all.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah,
Justin Andrew.
exactly.
Oh God.
To a T.
Mother Goose. Yeah, I'd
Go ahead.
fuck her.
Go ahead.
Who proves that it's
Some
okay
random
to
guy.
not freak out over The Office.
It's not.
There we go.
You're right. It is not
It's
okay.
okay to be some random guy on a podcast.
It's a living,
Talk show
breathing
thing, yeah.
person with a job contributing to society without
Like in The Office.
yeah.
I will break you someday. You will like The Office.
Thank you. Have a good night. See you next Wednesday at 7.